Well, here we are at Unity the Valley, place where we are exploring today the idea of peace. And this is an opportunity for us all to check into our own hearts where peace resides within us and how we can bring that forth into this world which needs it so much. Even our little piece of peace counts so much. And together we will tune into that peace as we sing, O Little Town of Bethlehem.
Wonderful to see you all. We'll have the blessing of our wonderful youth here, and for those that are not with us. So if you'll just follow the lead. We love you. We bless you. And we behold the divine spirit within each and every one of you. Thank you all. We love you and appreciate you so much.
And with that wonderful spirit of the love we feel for our children, let us open with prayer. Tonight, today's theme being peace. In the book of John, we read, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." Take in those words, peace, the peace that passes all understanding. And when we live in that peace, we need not be afraid, for we know we are not alone. We bask in the love, the light, the glory of that divine spirit that dwells within each and every one of us. We bring that into our consciousness and let that pervade our every cell until it radiates from us and shines forth to light up the world, to touch each heart we meet. For this knowing, we are truly grateful. And so it is. Amen. Well, good morning, everyone, on this glorious morning in the holiday season. We are so blessed to be together, and as I look around at all these wonderful faces that I've gotten to know, and some of you that I haven't met, and I look forward to meeting you, I feel the blessing of being part of this beautiful spiritual community. And if anyone is brand new with us today and you would like to receive a welcome packet, feel free to raise your hand and the ushers will find you. So welcome all. We love you, and we are so glad you're here with us today. And after the service, in the fellowship hall, you'll see a table with a sunflower cloth on it, and that is reserved to welcome newcomers. So if you'd like, feel free to have a seat there so we can get to know you and welcome you. On the front of the packet is a little name tag, and if you'd like to write your name on it, that will help us identify you. So again, welcome all. And with that, enough from me, and back by popular demand, Donovan.
Thank you, Inga. I've been gone a whole week. I always see reporters do this, or they used to, when they had the papers to read. Hi, good morning. So good to look out and see you all. It's so nice to have this sanctuary be full, and welcome to people who are watching on our live stream. We got a lot of announcements, so I'm just going to get into it. Alrighty. And this first one we all know, please make sure that your cell phone's either turned off or on silent mode. So if you're not sure, you can check now so that it doesn't ring during the service. I'll just say it since I thought of it. We don't need any more jingle bells. No, that was a dumb joke. I was supposed to be something phone related, but I didn't really set it up very well. Okay. Ryan, can we cut that out? They're usually good jokes. Okay, the December bulletin, not really. The December bulletin is posted. You know where to find it? unityofthevalley.org. And if you look there, we have all kinds of great info about the church and, of course, what's going on in December. A lot of good stuff. Prayer requests. If you're in need of prayer for yourself, a loved one, or whomever, you can place a prayer card in the prayer box in the foyer after the service. And if you're watching on our live stream, you can call or text Julia, and her number's on the screen if you want to write that down or memorize it. So please put in your prayer requests. It really helps. Today, join us for soup in the fellowship hall after the service today. If you can bring a pot of soup on a Sunday, please sign up out in the fellowship hall on the table. We'd sure appreciate it. And be sure to visit the Unity's bookstore. It's just a really beautiful little bookstore, and there's always new stuff in there, so check it out. And of course, Christmas is coming, so make sure you visit. And then I think, actually, it's Cindy that has an announcement. And I'm going to help her, I think.
All right. Can you hear me? Yeah.
So Cindy, what's going on? Tell us a little about why you're up here.
Well, I got tapped by the big guy.
Santa?
Bigger.
Oh, God. God was my first guess.
But you didn't say it. And God tapped me for church duty today. There's always angels here at church.
Absolutely.
But I was told that I had to be visible, so.
Well, you are.
So here we are. And I'm down here to talk about our ornament tree that we have in the back. We're just so pleased with the response from you all about having donations and putting an ornament on our tree. We're counting down to Christmas, and next Sunday there's going to be a gift basket award by raffle. So
great.
we wanted you to know that. And if you have bought an ornament, there is no rule saying that you can't buy another one. So please help us maintain our church. I know ours doesn't look like this, but it is a church.
That's the goal.
Yeah, this is the goal.
Unity of the Valley Crystal Cathedral.
There you go.
All right.
You got it. So we're having some little roof issues, and we're going to need some financial assistance with that here. And we just want you to come and feel the love that this church has. That's how this church was built. That's what will maintain it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cindy. Okay, Monday, make sure I don't skip something. Monday, 5:30 to 7, Caring from the Heart. It says it will not be meeting, so they're not having a meeting, I think probably because we're having rehearsal for upcoming Christmas stuff. But normally that's from 5:30 to 7 on Mondays. All right. Tuesday, 6:30 p.m., Board of Trustees meeting in the Garden Room and via Zoom. If you'd like to attend via Zoom or speak at the meeting, please contact Ted Taylor at the number on the screen. So if you'd like to participate, please call Ted. Okay. 7 p.m. on Tuesday, the Behind the Lens seminar movie this week is Mr. Hulot's Holiday. And I looked up this one and I found the old trailer for the movie, and it looks really silly and fun. So that's Tuesday at 7. And of course, they have the question and answer session with Tom Blank. And it's just really always really cool. Tom knows a lot about old movies, and I know many of you know this, but check it out if you can. It's $5 each time you go to the movie, or if you want to pay for the series all at once, it's $30. Alrighty, 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Also, Unity's Open Men's Circle in the upstairs Fillmore Wing. They meet on the first and third Tuesday of each month. Wednesday from 4:30 to 5:30, the Unity Grief Support Group, facilitated by Reverend Inga Tarantola, meets in the Fellowship Hall. Next Sunday, we have a Christmas musical written by our own Susan Smith and directed by Alice Sparks and Laura Dubois. This is going to be a lot of fun. Join us for fun and heartfelt Christmas service for adults and youth age 6 and up. So that's why I get to participate. Age 6 and up. And is it 6 foot and up? Okay. We're almost done. Tuesday, Christmas Eve, candlelighting service at 5 p.m. Join us for an inspiring evening of music, prayer, candlelighting ceremony, and universal wisdom. Nursery care is provided. And this, of course, is our beautiful candlelight service, and there's so much great music planned, and it's a really beautiful evening if you can make it here or watch it on the live stream. Okay, and then Christmas Day. This is awesome. From noon to 2 p.m., Christmas Day potluck at Unity. If you'd like to join us, please make sure that you sign up in the Fellowship Hall and indicate whether you'll be bringing a main dish, a salad, or a dessert. Also, please bring your own utensils. Okay? That seems important.
I do not want to wash them all. So.
I'm bringing a spork. Yeah. All right, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, Donovan. Well, it's time for our sing-along, but first I just want to say our sing-along last Wednesday was, I think, the best ever. It was just such a delightful evening. Thank you for everybody that took part in that. It is available now to watch on YouTube. The entire thing is up there. And now please rise as you are comfortable doing, and we're going to sing We Three Kings.
Bearing gifts, we travelers of heart.
now.
Well, I was going to be here with my wife Allison to do the candle lighting, but she's not feeling so great right now. But wanted to send her goodwill and hopes and thanks to you all. So for the Advent candle reading, we have the 4 weeks before Christmas are called Advent, which means the coming. In unity, we honor the coming of the Christ consciousness, not only in Jesus, but as the higher potential in each of us. In this way, Advent transcends religion and speaks to our oneness in spirit, regardless of outer differences. We can use the time of Advent to nurture the higher potential in us and in our children. The center candle, or Christ candle, represents the eternal light in every heart. From this flame, we light a candle for each week of Advent. Each week represents a step in our divine unfolding. We've lit the candles for hope and love. Today we light the third candle, which represents peace. The angel's message to the shepherds was, peace on earth, goodwill to all. Just as the shepherds did, we can all receive the Christ-like thoughts and feelings that guide us and lead us into an awareness of the One. The more we live from these higher thoughts and feelings, the more we experience peace and goodwill in all circumstances. As we continue living in this way, we manifest our pure essence, the Christ within. So let us pause now to hold the flame of peace in our hearts. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. I was also asked to do the meditation, so kind of goes on from one to the next. But let's keep the message of the candle lighting in our thoughts and feel the stillness of peace, like an energy of relaxation that overcomes any fears, anxieties, worries, or concerns. Feel it gently radiating like beams of warmth, kindness, and acceptance through every part of your being. Feel this calming energy relax your arms, your neck, your legs, and your core. Turn your attention to your breathing, and now, imagine you are among the shepherds, doing their nightly watch. Among the dozing sheep, along appears a towering, brilliant angel, an Elohim that oversees the evolution of humanity. You may be mystified by this vision, but you hear and embrace the message of the angel. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy. The power of this moment is amplified when a multitude of angels appear, singing, peace on earth, goodwill to all. Then you follow the other shepherds and meet the newborn incarnation of the Holy Oneness. Feel the all-encompassing magic of this moment, but feel it happening within you. Imagine the angels are your guides, your spiritual way showers, urging you to awaken and bring into manifestation your awareness of your higher consciousness, the mind and perspective of the Christ, the Buddha, Krishna, or Hokmah. Feel the kindness, the compassion, the joy, the innocence, and the peace of your higher mind. It's like the luminous star of Bethlehem, guiding your thoughts, your emotions, your perceptions, and your impulses. Next to this infinitely powerful yet humble, peaceful presence within you, every care or nagging worry about the holiday or our country or the world washes away. Any bit of unhappiness you may have experienced dissipates into nothingness. All the things you regret doing dissolve with forgiveness. All the addictive impulses that pester you from moment to moment release and disappear. That's the power of this peaceful presence within you. And from this higher consciousness within, let us feel the true message of the Christmas season and feel the loving energy. Show compassion for those who are suffering. Feel it enabling you to show kindness to all, including ourselves. Guiding you to understand your feelings, forgive those who hurt or injure us, and give to those in need, and give thanks to all those who came out before us, and for the precious gift of life they've given us, and to cultivate peace by resolving conflict within us and around us. So let's take these motivating energies of peace and love into the silence for a few moments. So as we return to the room, let us feel the joy and the beauty of this holiday season. Let's embody the Christ consciousness from moment to moment, and let its potential for peace help us bring peace to our lives and our world. Amen.
How do It's a lot of fun to just stand back there and watch the choir members come down and to look in their smiling faces and how much they enjoy their work. And it's work because they've been here how many hours and how many nights to get this together. But then it all turns out to be such a blessing for all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. One of these times I also said, one of these times I'm going to join the choir. And I thought, but if I do, no, I don't matter. But if I do, I wouldn't be able to just sit and listen. And I love just listening. Well, almost happy holidays to all of you. It's a blessing to look at the house as full as it is. Do you all just come because you have nothing else to do? Or do you really come from the looks on your faces like I am believing that you come full of joy? Where do you find it all? Where do you find that joy and that beauty? It's just so wonderful to have you here. Today we're going to talk about peace. I'm going to stand for as long as my body will let me. And if it comes to the point that it doesn't, then I'm going to grab one of those mics over there. So if you see me heading that way, don't panic. It's just me doing what I do to take care of myself. When you get to be a great-grandmother, sometimes things are just a little different. Okay. I want to talk a lot about the Christmas story today. You know, the Christmas story is about the bringing of light and of love and of peace just more fully into expression in the world. It comes out only once a year, and it's good that it only comes once a year, but I would love to know that every day throughout the year we can have a remembrance of what it is to have light and love and peace in the world. And then to also know that when we don't have it on the outer circumstances, we always have it inside. I was recently in a store, and this mother came walking by, and there was a big sign there that said "Peaceful Holidays," and she stopped beside that sign and she says, "I have 4 children, and this whole experience is leaving me frazzled and worn out. And they're still 2 weeks ago." And she was saying this out loud in the store to me. Why me? I don't know what she expected, but I just happened to be there at that particular time. Okay, and so I saw this cartoon, and it made me think of her. Just need to be dramatic first. I remember saying to her at that particular time, well, it'll all be over soon. And then she stopped and she said, I know, and that will be sad, because all in all, it is fun. It is fun. Today, I wanted to share part of the Christmas story with you through the voice of another Unity minister in the movement. To look at the metaphysical, that means outside of the physical, meanings of the different aspects of Christmas. And so instead of me telling you, I was listening to the recording of this particular minister, and she does a wonderful job of explaining each of the symbols. So see if one of these symbols appeals to you or appropriate for you. The Christmas story, but let's look first at that beautiful scene. Look at that beautiful mother, that handsome father, and that beautiful baby. Do you realize that beautiful mother spirit lives in all of us? That handsome father spirit lives in all of us. And that beautiful, sweet baby lives in all of us. Do you remember things from your childhood? Sure you do. That child is still alive in each and every one of us. And that's a very profound thing to realize, that you can be a child all of your life long. The hard work is getting to be an adult. That's the hard work. Let's listen to the video, and I'll probably sit for this, but anyway, let's listen to this wonderful woman speak to us. Okay, go ahead, Ryan. The video, it's there. Oh.
Christ child.
What?
Let's focus on Christmas. The birth of the Christ child represents the divine energy in each of us when we are born. Sometimes we call it the Christ within. It's also called our divine nature or spiritual identity. Just as Jesus was an expression of God on earth, so are each of us. We don't always handle it well, but at our core, we are divine. That's one of Unity's basic teachings. Perhaps what makes Unity unique is its metaphysical Bible interpretation. The Christmas story is a vivid example of how it works. With this method, every person, place, or thing in the Bible represents a part of our individual consciousness. In other words, it's all about us. You don't have to take the Bible stories literally in order to extract the meaning through metaphysical interpretation. In fact, metaphysical means beyond the literal, more than physical. In the Christmas story, it's easy to see Mary representing the pure and guileless part of us. We all have that element within us, more obvious in some than others. Joseph struggled to accept their circumstances, but eventually he did what he felt he was guided to do, never mind what society thought. We have that courage within us too. The clueless shepherds who feared the angels at first eventually were willing to leave their fields, their comfort zone, and go in search for the baby, willing to try new things based on nothing but faith. A part of us is willing to leave what's familiar and step into the unknown. The wise men are a part of us too, the spiritual seekers. Men in the Bible represent our thinking nature, and these magi relied on knowledge and wisdom. Their travel to find the baby Jesus was a search for inspiration and renewal. That divine restlessness is a part of us too. Many of us have searched for a spiritual path that not only resonates with our hearts, but makes sense to our minds. Now, what about the king, Herod? In the Christmas story, he killed all the baby boys, trying to eradicate this new king that he thought had been born. Herod is a part of us too. In metaphysical Bible interpretation, we have to take the bad actors with the good. It's all a part of our consciousness, whether we are aware of it or not. And we can learn about ourselves when we draw parallels from the Bible stories. Herod was acting out of fear. Herod is ego, the human part of us that fears losing control if our spiritual nature takes the driver's seat. The ego wants everything safe and unchanging, but as we call forth and develop our spiritual nature, we live from our divine identity. And very often, our lives take unexpected turns that we could have never imagined, which brings us back to the Christ within. In Unity, what we celebrate at Christmas is not only the birth of Jesus, although his lifetime alone changed the course of history, but Jesus said we could do anything he could do. That's from John 14:12. In Unity, we believe Jesus was showing us what's possible for all human beings when we live from our divine consciousness or our spiritual identity. The same spirit that was in Jesus is in all of us. And that's something that certainly we're celebrating every December with sparkling lights. As Jesus said, you are the light of the world.
And so, you are the light of the world. We need to believe that, don't we? How many of you have at times have thought that maybe you weren't the light of the world? Oh, their hands went up. I thought you did, not me. Oh, that's great. I wanted to, peace is, it's just an atmosphere of the heart, and it's a state of the soul. And I'm going to read a quote to you from Myrtle Fillmore, one of our founders. Peace is an atmosphere of the heart, a state of the soul, a state of the mind, where we know that something is sustaining us, and we know that we have a purpose. Unfortunately, there will always be a repetition of war and peace, plenty and famine, good times and hard times, until we take control of the stuff of our mind and remove ourselves from reacting to the negative things that are going on in the world. The negative part of our human mind sometimes is stronger than the peaceful part of our human mind. But we can give it over to Spirit and act from there. I wasn't sure how I felt about that statement that there will always be a repetition of war and peace and plenty and famine. Why are we working then so hard for peace? Will there always be? I'm not sure that I want to believe that, but so far there is not a time in history where that hasn't been true. So I don't want no gloom and doom. Just wipe that look off your face, whatever it is. I don't want to believe. No gloom and doom in that prediction, because war and peace can also be a part of us, a part of our nature, that place where we disagree with what we are feeling and we don't know how to get to peace, so we have war or conflict within us. There's also plenty and famine, the time when we think that we don't have everything we need, and then we realize when we get into gratitude that we have all that we need. Good times. Oh, we have good times. I've had so many good times in the last few months and weeks. And then there have been the hard times when I've thought, how can we make it through this? How can I make it through this? How can other friends of mine make it through this? So as long as we're in this body, we're going to have those things to face. But we can remember, we give it over to our spiritual nature. We give it over to what we know in our hearts is the truth. And that is, there are other ways to be. There are other things that will come up that will bless us beyond belief. If you've had at least one blessing during this week, think about what it was. What was that one blessing that you had? Even if it's your favorite sandwich, I don't care what it is. But think of one blessing. I sat down a little bit last night after having gone to a wonderful party. Sat down on a piece of paper and I thought, gosh, Sherry, you're going to be talking about blessings tomorrow and gift of peace. Write down your blessings for this day at least. What an exercise, a real exercise, because they weren't hard to find, but there was little things that kept creeping in. Yeah, but when you couldn't do this, stop. Taught Sherry, it's about blessings and the good things that have happened to you. So if you've had one blessing this week, one that you can think of, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand, and I want you to look around, not at me. I'm not checking it out. I want you to share that blessing just by raising your hands with someone else. Go. All right, very good. Inga didn't have any this week. Your hand didn't go. Well, you have to know it's because she threw a big party last night and she's tired. A party for board and staff, and it was wonderful. And you know, the blessings and teaching about blessings and teaching about the conflicts and how to deal with them and coming from that place in us and all these things that I'm talking about and we've been talking about for weeks, there are two reasons we do them. We do them for ourselves, and we need to do them for them. Look at those sweethearts. I'm such a child lover, I guess. I don't know, but 30 years in the teaching profession brought that about. There were days when I, could have sent them all off somewhere, anywhere. But the bottom line, when it's all said and done, is the heart of a child is the heart that I want to have. And I think that's the heart that we all want to have. If you've never had children of your own, you can think what it was like to be a child and how much it meant when someone loved you or hugged you, cared about you, gave you a cookie, and how hard it was when they disciplined you. Didn't they love you anymore? But then you come to the place when you realize as you get older that there was love in that discipline, and for that reason. So how do we become guardians of light and love and peace, not only in the larger world, but also for each other as we walk this journey of life as we know it today? Two things. Just daily prayer for wisdom and divine guidance in the conduct of our affairs, and time apart to just sit somewhere in the silence, in your car, in the park, on your couch at home. Just go there and that daily prayer for wisdom. Let's take a breath for a moment. Close your eyes for a moment and ask Spirit to divinely guide you into the remembrance that you are peace in the world. Thank you, God. Thank you. go to the next slide now. We're going to read this together, and I'm standing in somebody's way, but I don't move around that well, so you have to look around me. Let's read it together. Looking behind, I am filled with gratitude. Looking forward, I am filled with wisdom. Looking upwards, I am filled with strength. Looking within, I discover peace. And John's going to help me now with the next part of my talk. I'm going to sit up here and enjoy this, and then I'll have closing statements. Can we have the next slide of the world with hands? Right, there we go. John and Donna are going to help me with this.
I think people should know this was written by our own Alan Reeder. Sorry, Cher, I know that was going to be a surprise, but I wanted them to know as they heard it, this came from one of our own spiritual community members. I've walked along highways covered with snow, with my scarf frozen to my face. I've looked for a ditch to die in when I thought there was no other place. Now peace is my middle name. My middle name is peace. I've worked in hospitals, I've worked in jails. I've seen youth half dead from drugs and abuse. Had my hand held tight by people who said, don't give up on me, I'll see it through. Don't give up on me, I'll see it through. And peace is my middle name. My middle name is peace. Sing that with me. And peace is my middle name. My middle name is peace. I've gone to college, I've walked down the line. I've talked to people who knew that the way to love is to do something for others. Spread your love round and see what you'll find. Spread your love round and see what you'll find. And peace is my middle name. My middle name is peace. I've studied the Bible, I've studied Quran, man, I've studied the USA. They say, love your neighbor in every way. Stop fighting, what more can I say? Stop fighting, what more can I say? And peace is my middle name. Oh, my middle name is peace, our middle name. And peace is our middle name. Our middle name is peace. And peace is our middle name. Oh, our His peace.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you. The cornerstone of peace, the cornerstone of peace is love, and love is the assignment of this generation, our generation, and the generations to come. The fulfillment of what has been referred to as the new heaven and the new earth, where all humanity will be unified in spirit. That is a quote from Charles Fillmore. And so with that, a blessed, peaceful day, week, year, holiday season. And John and Donna, you rocked it. That was beautiful. You really did a good job on that. Thank you so much. All right. And I think that's enough for me for today. Almost overtime anyway. So if I can get myself out of here before the choir comes back up.
Sherry, you rock too. Ted, we're going to do this music before the offering.
Oh, good. Okay.
As the choir is coming up, this is an opportunity to mention somebody else who rocks it, and that is our choir director, Mo Robeson.
Once more, I'm back. Well, thank you, Sherry, and thanks to the choir. Sherry, you are a light in the world, and we appreciate you. What you had to provide us today was divine, and I think we were all guided to be here, whether we're here in person or watching us online. And anyway, I'm Ted Taylor, the president of the board this year, and the board is busy working on its budget for 2025, so we appreciate all your contributions to make us balance the budget to keep it going. It occurred to me the other day that Unity of the Valley has a greater impact on our broader community than we might imagine. Not Eugene and Springfield and even beyond. Not only do we support the spiritual growth of us as individuals and as a congregation. We provide an affordable space. This space is used much more than just on Sunday mornings. This space gets used for the cinemas on Tuesday nights and for performing arts. There's wonderful concerts that are held here. And there are nonprofits, there's AA and other groups that use our facilities, and that's your contributions help make that all possible. We also grow, this congregation grows new ministers. You may not be aware of that. We've done at least half a dozen so far and more, and it's a great service. Okay, I see.
We need a program for that.
Oh, yeah, we do. So there's many ways of donating. I noticed that we have a little ceramic jug back there by the door, and it says donations on it. And a couple of weeks ago, someone dumped their piggy bank in there. And I'm sure that Gina was saying, well, it's easier to count checks than it is to count pennies. But it reminds me that over the past 80 years, there's been a lot of nickels, dimes, dollars, and checks that have made this, what you're experiencing here today, possible and enables us to continue forward. So this is the time when we gather our offerings. And if you're at home, you can reach for your checkbook now or your Visa card in case you haven't used it yet this season. And so please join me as we take our love offerings and bless them together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
Bless the world through me. Bless the world through me. I am your instrument. Bless the world through me. Bless the world through me.
All the love inside of me.
Bless the world through me.
Here and now I set it free.
I am your instrument.
To shine on everything I see.
Bless the world through me.
Oh, bless everything I see.
I'm waking up to something greater than I've ever known. And we make a difference as we join our hands and hearts, creating unity. It's what this world needs.
Bless the world through me.
All the love inside of me.
Bless the world through me.
Here and now I set it free.
I am your instrument.
You shine on everything I see.
Bless the world through me.
Let's take that moment to bless the offering. I like to touch my heart. It's not a mechanical thing we're doing. It's a loving thing we're doing. We're giving from that which is within me. So we bless this offering with the love of God. Hold in your hearts the gift that you are, and that's expressed in a million ways. We have come here only to be helpful, to make a difference in the world. One of those ways is through the blessing that we are here at Unity. And if you'll join me in this prayer, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen.
Just like to take a moment to acknowledge all the people who have helped create this service and all the people who are joining us online and all of you. And if anybody would like to meet with a chaplain afterwards for personal prayer, would the chaplains rise and show us where you are? They are there, and they'll meet on that side of the sanctuary. So we like to create some sacred space in this room right after the service. But for now, let's make a joyous noise together by rising, singing our song of peace.
That was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
ever and ever.